Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Readings That Heal with me, Marissa Moments. Here's where we're going to talk about readings, real life stories, and their healing translations. And the goal here is to potentially trigger you. It's going to trigger you into an awakening and then a connection with the universe, right? So you can start dealing and going towards your ascension, right? So if you are a sensitive soul, then this may not be the podcast for you. And in that case, I'm going to give you a moment to exit the room. Okay, now that that's out the way, if you're still here, thank you and welcome to your reading. Now, here's what I receive, right? I have a vision of us running from our demons, right? Now I'm going to say us because a lot of times these readings actually apply to me too, because I'm no exception to the rules. Now, the thing that Spirit wants me to convey is we've been running and running and running, right? You've been running. I mean, to the point of exhaustion. Like, you ever wonder, what I hear you saying is like, man, I got so much sleep. I went to bed. I did everything. I'm drinking my water. I'm eating right, but I'm still so tired. I'm still so tired. And then you constantly wonder, like, why am I always tired? I can't seem to catch up on my sleep. I never seem to, get ahead of things. Well, what I'm receiving from Spirit is because you may be getting your rest and doing all the things, checking all the boxes in terms of your physical 3D realm of existence. But when it comes to that ascension existence, when it comes to that healing existence, you're not really doing anything but running from your own personal demons, right? Now, let's take a moment to ponder that. Running from our own demons. Now, that can mean a million different things to a million different people, right? But you have to take what resonates. What I'm receiving more specifically is the trauma and toxicity of the past. So here's what I receive. Until you're able to convey the story of your past without feeling some type of way, without feeling triggered, without feeling angry, without feeling resentful, without feeling all of those things, then the past still has a hold of you. And then in that case, you are still tethered to it. Not only are you tethered to it, but you are constantly running from it, because what I receive is that you're not even willing to talk about it. It's like one of those things. Okay, so here's a true story, right? One of my kids brought up something that I did many years ago to her. I'm just going to be very honest. I'm not proud of it at all. Now, I'm not going to get too specific because it is what it is. But when it comes to her having that conversation, I definitely felt some type of way when she said it to someone else in front of me. I was embarrassed. Everything in me wanted to say, no, that didn't happen, or it didn't happen like that. But you know what I did? I stopped and I faced it. Did I address it specifically in that moment with her to say, anything, to have a sit down? No, I didn't, because the moment did not allow for that space, right? She was with a friend and it would have been awkward for that friend. However, I did not dismiss anything that she said, and I faced it. And then later, when there was an opportunity to have a conversation that wouldn't, interfere with anything else that was going on, then I did. I addressed it again, and I will continue to address it again and again, because regardless of whether it feels redundant to have to go over the same things over and over, if we cause pain to someone else, then we can't determine how often they can bring it up or how often they can want to discuss it, because everyone processes their pain at different rates. Now, of course, with that said, you don't have to make yourself available to every single conversation. You don't have to allow yourself to be beat up. Now, in this situation and circumstance, I'm talking about my child. So yes, I will be available as many times as she needs me to be available in order for her to process the pain of that moment. Now, getting back to the subject at hand and that reading, what do you do when you're faced with something that you did that you're ashamed of? Or what do you do when the conversation comes up with something that happened to you in the past? Now, again, I'm not suggesting that you have to dive in head first. I mean, yes, that would be a great thing if you're capable of it. But at the same time, not everybody's capable of diving into their pain single-handedly, right? Sometimes we do need a little bit of assistance. Sometimes we do need a little bit of guidance, and there's no blame or shame in getting that help, right? It's actually encouraged, because even in getting that assistance, that help, whether it be therapy, counseling, whatever it is, then you're still addressing it. You are no longer at that point running from those demons, and they can no longer have a stronghold over you. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Now, this is what we call shadow work, people. You hear the phrase all the time, and maybe you're not even familiar with what the heck it even means. Well, I'm here to tell you. It means turning around and facing your demons. Stop trying to deny things. Stop trying to run away from it. Stop trying to laugh over your pain because it's easier to laugh than it is to cry. Stop doing all of that. Spirit is saying that you're the only person that is causing your personal exhaustion in this moment, especially because you're already doing everything else in the 3D realm to make sure that you're well rested and fed and all of those things, right? So what else is left on the list? Oh, I know, those demons. So turn around and face them, and that's it. Now, of course, as always, if this message resonates, then that means it is for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening, and I wish you the best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Happy healing. And peace. I almost forgot that one.